guys, hope everyone had a great Easter. Happy Monday. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about a book that I've been reading. It's called What If Jesus Meant What He Said? And it basically its foundation is on Matthew 16:24, which says, "If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." So the author starts off this book and he says, what if Jesus meant what he said? What if he doesn't just want part of your life? What if he wants it all? Do we water down his statements to make them culturally acceptable rather than embracing them as life-transforming words? And I thought that was a really powerful way to just start off the book. I actually wrote down a lot of the quotes that I thought were important from the book into a Word doc, just because I think it's important to remember and not just passively read books like this and just forget about it. Can I see if Priya can add just a link to the group me or to the video, and you guys can look through some of the things that I thought were important and maybe read the book yourself if you want. Another thing that he said that I think is really applicable during this time is saying I want no surprises may indicate a lack of confidence in the planner, a desire for control, or both. And for me specifically, I was supposed to study abroad this semester. I did study abroad, but that was obviously cut short. And studying abroad was really the one thing that I knew I wanted to do before getting to college. I didn't know my major, still don't really know what's going on with that. I didn't know what college I wanted to go to, but I knew about this. And the fact that it was just cut so short, and really this corona situation affected my time from the get-go, because I was in East Asia, and East Asia was hit obviously first. And I was really just questioning God, like, why is this happening? I felt like things were kind of falling apart in the sense that I didn't have the time that I wanted. I didn't get to form the relationships that I wanted. And he also said something else that I thought was very applicable after, I got back home and I was just thinking about how, life sucks. And he says, when we are tempted to whine, it is probably time to worship. It says not only because it brings him glory, but because it gives the world a glimpse of the hope we have in Christ. So we were all affected by the situation in different ways. But I think it's necessary for us to show other people how we're going to use this opportunity to glorify God instead of just worrying about ourselves. An example of this is one of my friends told me recently how she just really felt like God had placed on her heart to pray for one of her teachers, like from 6th grade, and she's in college now, and just reach out to them and ask how she can be praying for them. And her teacher texts her, emails her later, and she said, "I'm so glad that you asked me this. I've just really been having a hard time, with everything going on." She talked about her family and her health and all that situation. Just really said that that came at a really good time for her. And I think that's true for anyone that you reach out to. I think that we should all just use this time to reach out to people maybe who we don't see usually or talk to very often. It doesn't have to be your teacher. Maybe it's a coworker from an internship you had last summer, or someone from class you don't really talk to outside of class. And everyone will be able to, even if they don't respond, like, it's the worst that could happen is that they don't respond. And otherwise, it could really be a good opportunity for you to share the hope that you have in Christ and share what Christ has done for you, even if you're not saying that directly, just providing some hope in their lives. And then another thing that I wanted to say, there's many more quotes that I have that you guys can read if you want. But another quote that I have just to end is that hope evidences itself when the bottom falls out of your life and you still have a foundation to stand on. And I think that's just a very powerful statement in itself. Doesn't need much explaining. But I encourage everyone to consider what your true hope is in. For me, I'll say that it's in Christ, and that is my foundation, and I think that's true, obviously, to an extent, but I think I also have greater hope in my plans and what I want for me, in the sense of like my study abroad, or I had summer plans, and those summer plans are not working out great currently, and I'm sure that's happening for a lot of people. But just remembering that is not the defining factor during the Corona time. Your defining factor should be how you can use this time to reflect on your relationship with God, and how you can use this time to also reconnect with others. And I hope everyone just continues to stay safe and stay blessed. And goodbye, One Way.